Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Gruber Wired. I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson, and today we have special guest.
John Dotson.
John
Yes,
Dotson,
my
that's
father.
right.
Welcome, Dad.
welcome.
Is that like, here's my brother
Is my
Daryl,
brother
and my other brother Daryl?
Right?
We are on John Dotson Overload here at the Wired podcast today.
And I
That we
just
are.
changed my name to Daryl. Thank you
There
very
you
much.
go, there you go. Can you guys hear him okay? Is it?
Are we
Okay,
good?
all right.
Okay. Make sure you're all good there.
All right,
So you came down from Washington for this beautiful weather, right?
Absolutely. Get to go back in the snow.
they came to see you.
Yeah, they did.
They've heard
They love me.
stories.
Everyone's
There's been-
heard stories. What are you talking about?
Do you want
I'm
stories?
sure there'll be more. La, 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 la.
This is what you call an intervention, John.
No.
Let me
Thanks,
tell
Mark.
you how it makes me feel when you do that. Hey,
Wow.
everybody, make sure you comment. We want to see your comments live, especially today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we do.
Yes, absolutely. So, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You know, we know you guys watch every week. So
We do. We watch
Yeah, we
all the
appreciate
time.
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see the darts we throw at the TV,
What do
though.
we got?
Yeah, I bet.
What's Cass is asking. Aaron, you got something there?
Oh, yeah, I got a quick question.
Okay.
Oh, no.
John, are you a junior? Are you
Which
John, Jr.?
Me?
Yeah.
Technically, no, right? Because our
Yeah.
middle names are different.
Yeah,
You're John Arthur.
I'm
I'm John
Arthur.
Warren.
yeah.
So,
There
yeah.
you go.
And then we had my grandfather's name was John. So
There we go.
But his
Pizza.
middle name was Grant, and that was after an old name of Grant.
in fact, it traces back the family line to Grant, correct? President Grant?
Some guy named President Grant.
Oh, very, wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
He was.
Hey, Pete's chiming in there. Thanks for joining our podcast, sir.
Well, thank you very much for letting me come here and experience this. This is great.
Yeah, it was good to see the magic behind the scenes, huh?
Hey, Cass,
Yeah.
what do you got, Cass?
I also have a question. Is John just part of the family names? Because my middle name is the family middle name. So I'm the firstborn daughter. I have the middle name Ann. My birth mom has that, and her mom and her mom's mom, like we have the same middle name. Firstborn girl
Gotcha.
has the middle name Ann. So is John just the family name, or did you guys just like the name John?
Well, our family unfortunately started back in early 1900, and the twins brothers were born, and the last name was Strunk on that side. So my mother was a Strunk, but there's no middle name continuation
Right.
from down the line.
Yeah.
And the same thing on the other side, except we have more people in that lane.
But my middle name was taken after my grandparents, the Warrens. So it's John Warren.
Aha.
So that's where my middle name came from. That would be my mom's folks.
It
So,
was it Rosebud? From the old Dick Van Dyke show, right?
Okay. TikTok. Someone on TikTok there says, "Go Oregon Beavers." So the John on the left was adopted. Wow. Thank you.
That has to be Todd.
Probably. Wow.
But at least he was allowed.
There we go. They
Right?
claimed him. That's all that matters, right?
Been owned up to.
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Legitimized.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
So,
good.
anyway, what we do here is kind of similar to what you did in your career. I mean, we're in basically engineering and sales in the data communications world, but you kind of had the similar experience, but working with industrial sales, correct?
Correct. But also the parallels are that I was involved in the growth of that industry into your industry,
Okay.
which makes a big difference. And I'll give you an idea. Of course, years ago I worked making plywood, and we did it in a pretty mechanical way. And the reason I can see what's changed is we all had, and I don't want to get too deep here, but we all had AC motors.
Okay.
AC motors are not adjustable like DC motors. And that's where Mr. Tesla was way ahead of everybody.
Right.
The problem with DC power, you can't transmit it long distances. But the AC would be great for long distance, which we have for all your home wiring and that sort of thing. But anyway, what happened in several years going through all the changes, they started putting in DC motors. And just so you know what's changed, the first time I had a DC interface was conversion of AC to DC motor.
Okay.
That unit had to be this big, heat ribs on it, cost a lot of money, and lasted a very short time.
We're out pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
What type of investment was that?
well, it would last, say 12 months.
Okay.
And that's a pretty good turn for the amount of money invested.
Right.
But of course, then you had to buy the motor, and you had to do it. But what it did, it eliminated a lot of mechanical functions in order for those AC motors to do a job.
Okay.
So in an AC motor, if you're running a RPM at 1800 RPM and you want to end up with a conveyor system that would go on 1200 RPM, you'd have to have a big pulley over here and a pulley over here and a rubber belt between them.
They have to take it down. Sure.
Eliminated all of it.
Yeah.
And that's where the savings was.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And over time, the DC adjustments were terrific because they kept moving in.
So it just migrated that way.
It just migrated. But
That
it
makes
was,
sense.
it's like everything else. My age, I was like the tree growing out of the ground. You're going to get, as it goes. But so I was there watching it change and adapting to the change as it went. But it wasn't overnight. I mean, it took several years.
Well, yeah. I mean, you look at, the evolution of computers and phones and all that, and, how life has been altered forever because of this evolution of technology, remembering like when the first microwaves came out, or, the going from black and white to color TV, and, how the ripple effect of everything that touches, right? We used to call places, now we call people, right? It's fascinating, to hear on the industrial side how those changes can, like in a car, no more carburetors. Right?
Yeah.
All fuel injection.
The whole industry went away. All the carburetor repair shops went away, as a result of that one change. But it was an efficiency thing, and it made for a more efficient engine. Same thing with what you're talking about, being able to vary the speed on the motor as opposed to having to use machinery to vary the speed.
That's correct.
To end up with the output. We don't even
game
think about
changer.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
We got a couple comments up there. Erica asked, "Hey, John Sr., welcome to Gruber. You're right, Tesla was ahead of the curve. What influenced you, and who would you attribute to a lot of your success, and any mentors to mention?"
Well, I think what Tesla was kind of shaded a little bit by other people. And when the conversion from AC to DC in the industrial sector, all of a sudden light bulbs in my brain started going off saying, whoa, okay, we've done this so many different ways. And you'd be surprised how much we have to have for backup when you have a breakdown. Go get a bearing, go get this, go get that, in the same areas.
Right.
And just since you mentioned microwaves, I worked on a project with some people, and they actually, what a laminated beam is. It's plywood that's all glued together,
Okay.
and then it's compressed through power, like a hydraulic press and things like that.
Right.
But the cure time's a long time. There is a microwave oven for lamb beams,
Oh.
and it's huge.
Right.
Imagine so.
Yeah.
It scares you when you stand next to it up there because there's big copper panels on both sides full of holes.
Yeah.
But see, there's the same point. It's a change in the industry.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
we got TikTok there, duck hunting. So, cool to see both Johns have the same haircut. Wow, really?
Dad's got more hair.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? It's the lighting.
I almost wore a black hat.
Let's see, we got some other stuff up there. We missed one of Highlander's comments up earlier there.
A little farther up. Yeah,
There we go. Highlander. I love anything about electric motors. That's why I'm so excited about this guest. Well, as Pete would say, Scott. Imagine Detroit. I'm at the Carter family of Carter carburetors. Sorry, I can't read that from here. Should have seen me. Aloha, Highlander. The team bailed me out. Erica, you on vacation in Hawaii? He's talking to Erica. Huh? There you go. Nope from Hawaii. And then Highlander says, just got off the phone with Pete 2 hours ago. Awesome conversation. Only the second time we've talked. Let's listen to our special guest. Glad to see you both have your hats on this time. Highlander, we took your comment.
You know, John called that.
Yeah, I did.
He did. He goes, Highlander's going to appreciate you have your hat on this time.
Yeah.
Yep. So John told me something interesting that you invented having to do with charcoal.
Yeah, pull up picture number 6.
I wish I could invent it.
Well, you didn't. You're not that old.
I'm
You
not
didn't invent
that old.
charcoal.
Not the charcoal, but the matchlight system you worked on.
Oh, I didn't actually invent that, but the matchlight system at Kingsford
Yeah.
Manufacturing is very, very simple in a lot of ways, but you can't take anything electrical into the area
Right.
because it's a whole tub full of splitter fluid.
Right.
And how they, get it to soak into the bricks is depending on a conveyor system that goes under the material and how long it stays. They check the amount of fluid in it all the time. And at the speed of when she goes underneath and comes out is a case where you have to be so many seconds in there.
Right.
And one day, it wasn't me, but there was a company that came in, we were talking, and he said, we're going to pre-spray the material onto the charcoal coming down the slide into the thing. And they sped up the, I think, at 20-25% volume.
Okay.
And it's back to being able to vary that speed of that conveyor
Conveyor belt,
system
yeah.
and everything in there. But you definitely don't want to go in there too much. I actually had to also replace some hose lines on railroad cars that came in
Right.
that all have to be grounded.
Oh boy.
Can
Before
imagine so
they
no
even-
sparks, right?
Yeah.
You got to
The place will
know.
blow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine it's pretty fumy in there.
Fumy, yeah. You, like I said, you can't even take a cell phone in there.
Oh, yeah.
Really, nothing at all. Wow.
No. So, the things that I was involved with over time were in all sorts of industries.
Okay.
And so I don't care if it was a hospital, a school district, a plywood mill, sawmill. Roseburg Forest Products is down in Roseburg, is one of the largest wood products producer in the world.
Okay.
When you get on you can drive right in front of their plant. The plant goes up into a little bit of area back in the back. It's a mile end to end. Now there's 7 different plants in there, but it's all continuum. And that's the home base of what it is. And you go in there and they'll do plywood, they'll do 2x4s and all sorts of materials for construction.
Okay.
It's a big industry.
And what were you selling to them? What were you working on?
Oh, we were working on all sorts of things, chain sprockets, and we sold ASCO valves, which are all electric for fluids, for glues, and whatever they need. And even in the Kingsford plant, they have a lot of copper tubing, and these copper tubings are connected with special fittings that have a long life to them in order to provide air to move things like robotic arms.
Okay.
They go in there.
Right.
So that's what we get, that I got into. And so when I went from one plant to another plant, I didn't have to worry about what machinery was in there, because the machinery's bases were actually very similar overall for what the jobs they were doing. If they're folding something, moving something, shifting, or taking it away.
Right. Okay.
It makes it really easy to work on in a lot of ways. But the biggest thing I ran into, and I figured out over time, is that as you're out working with the industry, like your fellows do, sometimes they call you a salesperson. Or sales are something that are kind of misunderstood, at least from my position. I had a few projects that I bid on, and I would lose it because I had one guy tell me, he says, "You just lower that price 10%, and I'll give you the order." And I said, "No."
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he goes, "What?" I said, "No, I think my education's worth 10%.
Right.
And if you don't like it, I don't have to sell to you." I mean,
Right.
I was pretty blunt about it.
Yeah.
But when I went out to these different industries, they're paying for my knowledge as much as they're paying for the part that you put on the shelf.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, and so as a sales representative in any industry, I don't care if it's pharmaceutical or wire or whatever it is, you present yourself with the knowledge of what you have and also what knowledge you bring to solve issues
Right.
and take a look into it.
Well, that's it. I mean, one thing I've learned in doing this is that people will, the ability to ask the right questions
Mm-hmm.
wins more business than almost anything else,
Yeah.
because you're causing them to think their way through it, and whatever variables they haven't identified, you're identifying for them and hopefully coming up with the correct solution the first time, rather than going on to Amazon and buying something that isn't going to work for them.
Yeah.
Right? They don't get you want cheap, okay, whatever, but the consultative sales process and the ongoing support after the sale is really the value add that sets companies and people who do what we do apart.
And you said it right there. The term is value.
Yeah.
You know, when you're working with someone and they understand the complete value of what you bring to the table,
Right.
That's it. You know, you have to be valuable to who you're working with.
Right.
I had a purchasing agent in a pulp mill that I had a little trouble first getting into the pulp mill for sales per se, and he called me up on the line one day and we didn't have his product, and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have it." And he goes, "Okay, click." He was done. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No conversation. And then he actually called again because I was still pestering him, and he said, "Do you have this?" And I said, "Let me check." And I put him on hold. I knew what he wanted.
Right.
My competition had it 3 blocks down the street.
Right.
I had him on the phone. "You got it? Got it? Good. Well, I'll be over." I put, "Yes, I have it." And he says, "Good. I got a guy in town. He'll be there in 15 minutes to pick it up."
Yeah.
It was 14 minutes when I had it back to the shop. I didn't overcharge him or anything for it, but I wanted to make sure he got it. And over the years, he started buying stuff from me, and he'd send information in. And he retired, and when I went to his retirement party, and I looked at him, told him, I said, "I never had everything you needed at my hands, but I got it for you, and I'm glad I could work for you." And he said, "That plant out there, $70,000 an hour on the shutdown. What's it worth?"
Right.
Yeah.
He says, "I can pick a phone up and find 10 no men out there anywhere. I need a yes man."
Right.
And that's, part of the thing. So also try to understand when you go and see somebody, their history during the day is being pulled 14 different ways, and their mind's not exactly on where you're at. It's just what it is.
Right.
And be aware of it, and be cautious, and don't take it personal. It's if you say you got to leave.
Right. And sometimes they might ask for A when B will do if you don't have A. A customer just before we came on here today said, I need a 2 meter this and a 6 meter this. And I said, I have 3 and 7. And they're like, okay, put them at will call.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
some people will go, yeah, no, but we can get it for you. No, they needed it now. It was for something up in Norterra, and just, hey, I'm giving them the solution, not
Yeah.
just an answer to the question.
Solving their problem for them,
Right.
and that's what we do a lot of. The
Right.
other day, I got a call from Turf Paradise down the road. The landscapers cut the fiber to the horse racing track.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we need to be, we got people waiting to see some horse races here.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we were able to assist. We were able to go ahead and get that product manufactured and made within hours.
Yeah.
And had their facility back up and running in no time at all.
Right.
I mean, no joke there. Horse racing, they're running down there. But yeah,
we got you.
know.
We got you. You lose it when you have to explain the joke.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
A couple more questions coming up here. John Sr., when you're pushing to change some of the core products in these industries, what was the toughest part about convincing the decision makers that your product was better?
Well, I'm going to back up for a minute. First of all, you got to understand your product first. That's the big thing. The second thing that guy wants to know is, really, if I have an issue, who do I turn to? And you stand up and say, you turn to me. And then, because your name is out there, and you're going to back it up 100%, whatever happens. And also, don't forget, if you make a mistake, tell them, my problem, I did it.
Yeah.
They'll appreciate that and get back on track.
Right.
That's important. I've seen a lot of guys say, it's not my problem, walk away. But when you have the knowledge base first, and I'll be honest with you, I got paid for 8 hours a day, but I worked 9,
Yeah.
10, didn't matter, because that's what it took to do the job for the customer. And the ones that worked with me religiously, so to speak, understood that they could call me anytime, 24 hours a day,
Right.
and I was on the phone somewhere. But understanding that and trying to put you kind of have to have an idea, does this really going to give a customer a better service? And you have to figure out what that service he's asking about is. So if you don't know that, you're going to say, well, I can do the same thing. Well, I'm already doing that, so now what?
Right.
But the service is the big part, and the understanding of what their needs are.
Totally agree.
See what we got there next there. Highlander, I like what you said about value and bringing a product to market. I'm going to try and bring my product back to market at the same time. According to Pete, you guys are launching a very special program. What special program is that? We got a lot going on right now.
That could be anything.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. Maybe it's our robots we're going to start selling?
Yeah. They're already on the
know?
they're already on the website. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. So, Highlander, all I can say is Bagels for Everybody is your sponsor.
Bagels for everybody except for Aaron, because he picks
Yeah,
on my
not Aaron.
favorite podcast female.
I'll just steal Cass's bagel.
No, my bagel.
Says here, Gerber provides handcrafted quality every time. That's why I'm still with you, gang. So,
Gruber too.
yeah, Gruber. Gruber. That's us. Yeah, we are. We got a great product, but more than that, our product is the people that we employ here, our staff. I mean, that really is true to that.
Yeah, the company has to define who they are for everybody on board,
Right.
in the house, everywhere. Any customer has a problem, they need to make sure that those people can either solve it themselves at the point of contact, or say, wait a minute, I got a guy over here who knows everything about the company, and get him on the phone as fast as you can do it to pick up on that.
Yeah, one thing I like about our work environment is, and Mark knows this because I just drew him in yesterday on an issue, is we're not afraid to say, hey, I don't know. Let me consult with people who might.
Right.
You know, we take it to that next step instead of just walking away from a situation and say, hey, Mark, and I had you come over and look at some pictures of a problem we were having, and we worked ourselves kind of through that problem to try and resolve it and to get some more, answers.
Right. There's always another pair of eyes, and that's what's been really great about the team concept that we've gone to over the last year or so. For us, it's been 6 months, but you've been almost in it a year now.
Yeah.
And I think that, and even cross teams, we work together and try and figure out what's going on. When we don't have all the answers. I think we have a lot of great resources and people who've been with the company 25, 30, 35 years.
Yeah.
That probably started when they were in kindergarten. I mean, it's to look at it and go, hey, how could you be here 30 years? But
They still have their little blocks, their desks.
exactly.
Point in time, Christopher Such has
Yeah.
been here 32 years, I think
Yeah.
it is. He looks like he just came out of high school.
Yeah.
I mean, he still looks that way.
Yeah. He's got that whole Jason Priestley thing
He
going
does,
on.
yeah,
there.
right? But he's also our encyclopedia. Here's a guy that has, like, what do they call that? Photographic memory?
Yeah.
And he does. I mean, you ask him a question, you're getting the direct encyclopedia answer. Boom, boom, boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, right down the line.
Yep. So I have to say, just to get a little personal now, because I can't let the opportunity go to waste.
You'd go there, wouldn't you?
I'm sure everybody on the floor, every single person would tell you that John is fun to work with. I mean, it's
Until.
been no. There's no qualifier. I mean, you guys, mom, dad, you guys, he raised the character, and he does raise the mood of the floor for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Thank you. I
think it's
appreciate that.
we have a good time, and it's always he's making noises over there,
Yeah.
Aaron.
And what's up with that, Aaron?
What? I didn't. Not me. That was
I
Karen.
heard. I know you don't have your poodle back there, so it's but yeah, no. I mean, so I appreciate how lighthearted things are. I think it makes a big difference when people can joke around and have fun and enjoy what we do, kind of because of that environment, because this could be a grind.
It is a grind.
Yeah, if we didn't have all of the jocularity, Father Mulcahy, right? Then
I wonder how many people catch that reference out there.
jocularity, yeah. So
Mash away.
yeah. We have a good time.
Sandra, yes, John is the best. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
No, thank me.
Be very careful, Aaron. I'm watching Aaron. Hey, pull up picture number 5 for us. Speaking about fun, this is part of the fun with our family. Animal House, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Animal House? In this photo right here, I believe it's the tall gentleman right there, right?
Yep.
That would be his brother,
Yep.
my Uncle Pat, who got to be in the movie Animal House.
Yeah. That was in Cottage Grove, Oregon.
In the band?
Yep,
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
band.
so
The
okay.
He's
trombone
got the
there.
trombone right in
okay.
front, sliding back and forth.
There you go.
Then my wife cleaned Animal House. It actually existed. The house existed.
Oh.
You guys partied at the house?
That's enough. Okay, that's enough.
He wasn't going to go there. He wasn't
Here
going
we
to take
go.
it that
I was
far.
being nice. Toga.
I've heard about some toga parties. Is that where they got for the movie? Was from your guys' partying? Was I there at the time? Was this before or after I was there?
Did John get his taste in pineapples from you guys?
John's mom, and yes, we used to go to parties at the Animal House, and he wore togas and others.
Wow.
That explains
Yeah,
a
it was
lot.
fun. It was
Did they have
fun.
pineapples on the
University of Oregon.
togas?
No. They weren't invented yet.
This guy.
Oh, no.
Oh.
But no, it's great growing up. We had a fun family, just like you said. The character and that, but our family's lighthearted that way.
Yeah.
And it always has been. And that's what made it a lot of fun, especially growing up. I mean,
Yeah.
we had our moments like every family does, but at the end of the day, we all knew how to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was always struggles between all of the brothers. I had 3 sisters I grew up with, and then 10 years later, 2 brothers. So the brothers didn't do any good for me. But we grew up in the country, and we had a couple of cows, a couple of horses, and they got to ride the horse. I got to shovel.
Fun.
And that's life.
Right?
So that's what it boils down to.
Well,
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, appreciate everybody you have in your families, because up or down, everybody screams at each other, but it all comes out laughing in the end.
that's it. That's
Got to
it.
be able to laugh.
Well, I enjoy having a big family, and I know the value of it, at least for me. And it's good. It's good to have that as a centering, influence in life.
Yeah, especially
Well-
the work family, like you brought up.
Yeah.
This is a fun place to work at the end of the day. What you got, Cass?
Sometimes found family, too. Like people that you find your really close friends, found family.
Yeah,
And
I
like work
agree.
family, that's technically a found family. You found these people, and
Yeah.
you appreciate them, and you love them in your own platonic way. Like found family.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
where the idea
Good
of
point.
Friendsgiving came up.
Friendsgiving. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. No, it's true though, and the more that we can all laugh, and the more we can all enjoy each other's company, that little bit just changes somebody's life for just a moment.
Yeah.
Is there a way to divorce your work family, especially somebody you sit next to all day?
It's
Can't
called
get rid of me.
quitting.
These guys try because every so often they come in and my chair's missing, so they try.
Aaron, I think thou doth protest too much. I think you secretly are are crushing on her or something, because you just really.
We have more
Yeah.
of like a brother-sister.
Yeah,
relationship.
that's what I'm
he likes
saying.
to
He
pick
loves
on
you.
me.
He loves you like a little sis. That's what he's treating you like.
That's true.
Yep.
And he grew up with a bunch of sisters, so he's got lots of practice.
Oh, there you go. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's my worst nightmare here.
Oh,
man,
that's
wow.
great.
Man, these half hours, I keep saying it, they go by so fast. So
So
please
fast. Yeah.
like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you watching and spending your time with us. Highlander just happened to say Cass rocks.
She does.
Yeah. What about Aaron?
Thanks.
Eh,
not so much.
I rock
Not so
more
much.
than he does.
Okay,
Somebody-
bagels for AAA8 Ron.
Aaron.
I just want to say thank you for having me here.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. As John said, like, subscribe, share this podcast. We're here because you're here. And one more week, I think next week. And then after next week, we're still at 3 p.m. Arizona time on Thursdays. However, the time is probably going to change for you unless you're in
That's very well
Arizona.
could, yeah.
So make sure you adjust to Arizona time. For now, I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson. Thank you, Dad, for joining us.
Thank you,
Well,
Mr.
appreciate
Dotson.
it very
Appreciate
much.
it.